sound. It's coming now. Oh, this happens sometimes. I forget to turn the sound on. Darn me. Let me know when you guys can hear me, though. There we go. Patrick, how you doing? Hilda, how's it going today? So do remember that one thing. We are going to be doing my contest, so don't forget to like and share to win some crypto. All right. Anyways, let's move on and let's start talking about what is going on in crypto. So today's episode is focused more on what can you do with the crypto you already have to make more crypto. So not staking per se. Staking could be a part of it with proof of stake mining, but there's other things as well. Yes, Patrick, how's it going? Very nice to see you. Hi, Sue, how's it going? Great to see everyone here. I just get excited seeing you all every day. Hopefully Tim and Tim will show up and everyone else. So what I want to get to is this. Today I have a lot of information about forks and airdrops. So if you ever played a hard fork before and screwed it up, I'm going to tell you how not to do that. I'm also going to talk about what's coming up for EOS, which is really important because they're having their blockchain switch over from ERC20 over to their new basically EOS block 1. So we have to look at that and see what's up. Oh, and just want to say hello to everyone in the Netherlands. What's up, everyone? I know that you are watching. I may not be able to see all your comments, but do add yourself on Cryptocurrency Education webpage so that you can see all of the live shows. Okay. Look, Tim's there. Awesome. Lisa, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I know it's a family day, so some of you guys may watch this later, and that's fine too. This is very educational in terms of how to play hard forks and how to get airdrops. And I'll also talk a little bit today about proof of stake mining and how that actually works, because everyone knows proof of work mining pretty much. You know, those big, huge mining facilities, and they're cracking these huge codes. My buddy Nick, who's probably watching right now, knows a little bit about that. So it's a lot of work, takes a lot of energy. Now, proof of stake is basically like dividends in a stock market. So when you have the coin and you're holding it for a while, you keep holding it for longer, and every month you get dividends. So we see this with like NEO, you get gas. So that's an example of it, and I'm going to talk a bit about that as well. How's it going, Alan? Great to see you, brother. I got your message, so I think I replied to it. Let me know if you got it back. Dom, how's it going, my brother? You're still legendary, brother. Dom is a legendary man. One day in like probably 3 months, I'll tell you guys why. It's a funny story, but also like, oh my God, what did Joel do? But yeah, cool stuff. All right, so jump right into the news. I'm gonna throw on what we got to talk about today. So here we go. We'll start off with Kick. Now this is a really interesting one because you probably have heard me talk a few times about different blockchains. For example, like Ethereum. And I've talked also before about what are the issues with scalability. So, for example, we have some types of issues with scalability in Ethereum where, if too much going on right at one time, it doesn't really work. So, Ethereum gets really slow, and we saw this with CryptoKitties as the first example of that, where it could not handle it. Nick, what's up, brother? How you doing? So here's the cool thing about Kick, okay? So Kick is an application, obviously, that we use on our phone, similar to like Line Messenger and WhatsApp and other ones, right? Now, they actually were trying to use the Ethereum network exclusively. What ends up happening with Kick is they realize they can't scale properly. And because they can't scale properly, there's a huge issue with that. And because of that, they started thinking, well, maybe we should do what we're doing on 2 blockchains. So I want you guys to add, just to see if you can guess correctly and not if you've read this article, because that would not be fair, but if you know or want to guess which actual blockchain other than Ethereum are they going to use for Kick. I'm really curious to see if you guys know or want to guess correctly. Marcos, how you doing, brother? Don't worry, Go Network is coming up. It's going to happen. We're going to get it. Got to do the Dutch auction, and if you don't know what a Dutch auction is for an ICO, check that out. It's pretty cool, actually. It can make the price quite good for all of us. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a second and remind you of some things while you guys can take a second and guess which blockchain or which company that has a blockchain are they going, or which one are they going to use. So I'm really curious to know if you can guess. Cardano, very good guess, Justin. It's not Cardano because they haven't finished everything yet on Cardano. They're still working on a few more of their pieces of the roadmap, and when they finish them, that's when you're going to see 88 this year explode. And when I say explode, I mean really explode. We'll probably see it be one of the biggest gainers percent-wise this year. Ooh, Sandra, you cheater. I know you read this article. So yes, she is right. EOS, yeah. I'm going to talk about EOS today, Alan, but it is not EOS. It actually was Stellar. So Stellar Lumens. And as we know, here's the thing. You got to look at the big picture. Sometimes we're not doing that. When you look at the big picture, right, you can see something very clearly. You can see that IBM has the most amount of cryptocurrency type patents in the whole entire industry. Now, what does that matter? Well, it matters because if they have the most amount of patents and they're producing the most amount of things that are crypto related, it means also that you're going to start seeing some pretty cool stuff from Stellar. They already have an exchange planned called FairX. We don't know when it's going to come out because mostly SEC regulations are going to make it take a little longer, and that's okay because they're going to be awesome. And they have the computing power. It's IBM. So they have the computing power and the tech, and they also almost have built, IBM's almost built a quantum computer. So it's half built and it's super fast. So you can just see where we're going with that, right? Hanan, how's it going, brother? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Tim, how's it going, man? I hope you are also having an awesome Sunday. It's Sunday, guys. You might have enjoyed some family time today. I hope you did, or are going to. I've already got a nice long family day in. It was wonderful, and now I get to have my second family, my cryptoholics over here with me. So, awesome stuff. So, here's the thing about this whole idea of Kik. So, Kik is going to use two blockchains, and I think it's really interesting, but what I do think will happen mostly is that they're going to get off the ERC20 tokens and go exclusively on the XLM platform. And why I think that is because XLM has much less issues with scalability, its speed, etc. So I believe that eventually it will. And Kik has so many tokens that they're going to need something that's a little bit quicker. They have so much going on for them. I just see that XLM is going to be massively huge. So yeah, I'd like to get your opinion on Coin Janitor. I will have to look up that. I'll have to look into that. Sorry, Lisa, Coin Janitor, and get back to you because it's not something that I've been thinking about recently. I've been working on a lot of different stuff. But let me get to the answers for you, and then I will come back and give you an answer. You can also message me personally, but I haven't researched that for this specific show, so have no opinion yet. Let's put it that way. Rather give no opinion than a bad opinion. All right, continuing on. What we're going to see here is this. Smart contracts. Okay, remember I keep telling you guys mass adoption is coming? Well, what is mass adoption? That's a really good question. I had someone ask me that in a personal message. They said, you talk about this mass adoption, but what the hell is mass adoption? Well, mass adoption is just simply, straightforwardly, when everyone starts to use something. Becomes adopted, right? Like a child gets adopted, other things get adopted. So mass adoption, like money or cryptocurrencies, is huge. Now, the more that this happens, the better. What will the coins on Kik do? They're going to be used similar to, let me just scale back a sec. The coins on Kik are basically there to communicate with other people. I can't remember exactly. I believe that they were going to offer data and trying to go through the information ahead. They're a messaging service already. So basically advertising, possibly selling services and ads. Can't remember all the details really, honestly, Tim. But I'll get more details for you guys. I just saw this pop up today and I was like, this is really cool, and I read about that, but I didn't really read deeply about Kik again. But basically, what is Kik is a better question. It'll be very similar to the Line ICO coming out as well. So basically, chat ICO, where you I guess for your popularity, you'll get some tokens, and what you use the app for, you'll get tokens, etc. Right? So we'll talk about more of that, about what Kick specifically is later. I just wanted to talk about the fact that they're going to be on 2 platforms, and that's probably not the best thing for. It's probably not going to be a very good thing for ETH, because I think a lot of these other platforms like EOS, like A-Chain, like Arc, like what's the other one? XLM as well. So there's quite a few. I think there's 6 or 7 of them that are doing a lot of the ICOs. Neo as well. So what's going to happen is more people are going to do ICOs on different platforms, and the ones that do it the smoothest are going to be the ones that do it the best. Now, ERC20 tokens are just easy to make, so people generally do them in ERC20 first and then switch them over, hence EOS, and pretty much almost any other token that is switched over to their own blockchain. So yeah. Now getting on to Tennessee. I'm curious, you guys, I have a couple questions for everyone. My first question is this. What do you guys think is going to happen after this G20? So do you believe that more and more countries are going to be bullish on cryptocurrency, or do you believe that we're going to end up having more countries slowly get away from crypto, or do you believe that we're kind of in a standstill with a lot of countries liking it and a lot of countries not so much liking it? So what do you really think is actually happening in the world? I just want to get your opinions on that and see if we have differing opinions. How's it going, Cassius? Oh, nice to see you, brother. So let's just talk more about mass adoption while you guys think of some questions for me, okay? Now, what does a smart contract being recognized under law mean? Well, when I'm talking about mass adoption, this is what I'm saying, okay? When a government is accepting that something is basically a law, it means that it's legitimate, okay? And it legitimizes it. So before we had money, paper money, we used a lot of different things like gold, silver, things we could have tangibly. So we made another tangible thing that we could touch called paper money, right? And then we got away from paper money and we went over into debit cards and credit cards. And then we went into internet banking and stock brokering online, etc. And then now we have it on our apps on our phone, right? So it was only a matter of time, or a really big mess up. For example, a really big mess up in the government's printing too much money for people to start realizing that money also has issues, and that, you know, we need to make a money that isn't going to be manipulated very much. And so we have this housing market crash, and we have Satoshi Nakamoto going, wait a minute, this is wrong. We shouldn't be bailing out these people who caused this bankruptcy. And so there we have it, just one step after the other. Cassius says the G20 meeting was good for us. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'll give you another example of why it was good for us. So we have the French finance minister comes into the G20 saying, I don't like cryptocurrencies. They're fake money. They're a bubble. They're basically air. And then goes out of G20. And I want to read actually his tweet, because he tweeted this. He wrote, "We will not miss the hashtag blockchain revolution. Crypto actives, Bitcoin, ICO, fintech. France wants to be the force of proposal to build the world of tomorrow." Big news. Because just before that, he was talking about how he didn't like cryptocurrencies and he didn't have France intended to be in this blockchain revolution. And now he says, whoops, I've just heard all these other countries talk about it. I like it. We're gonna accept it. And we're gonna make it better. So such a great thing for cryptocurrency right there. So mostly great news. Yes, China is always going to be China, guys. China doesn't use Google. China doesn't use Line. China doesn't use WhatsApp. They don't use stuff that we use traditionally. But here's what I want to tell you guys. Do you really believe that stops people in China? Do you really believe that stops people in China? It doesn't stop them. I posted an article 2 days ago about that, about how ICOs, they're basically funding half the ICOs out there. At least 25% of ICO money is coming from China. They're just getting ways to get it out so they can invest, because they know it's the future. And if China doesn't actually do their own crypto as the country, they're going to lose a huge amount of their buying power. So it's going to happen. But, you know, China just doesn't do things the way we always do it normally and traditionally. And yeah, Cassius, you're absolutely right. We don't really need China. They copy everything and try to do it their own way. But with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, that'll actually screw them over. And I think what it'll take is just a little bit of time for them to start realizing it. Even Russia, they're not for crypto at this point. But even Putin said he doesn't want to miss the window of blockchain. So these are the things that people are saying. I'm just reiterating them to you guys, okay? Yeah, NEO is definitely great for China, but you know who is the highest owner of NEO, Cassius? I bet you don't know what country owns the most amount of NEO, and it's about 70% apparently. I don't know for sure. I haven't double checked this stat, but this is what I've read. 70% of NEO is owned by the United States. Yeah, United States and other parts of Asia own almost all of it. So it's pretty interesting that no Chinese people must have some, but not not openly. We can all find out, but most of it is actually bought from other people. Yes, Lewis, TRX will be huge everywhere, not just in China, but definitely in China. But the thing is, they have to be accepted, and that's the problem that they're going to have. Is will they accept something that's from the world? From the whole entire world access? I don't think they will. China's very protective. You got to realize that. So you guys see what's going on here in the market. We're going through this dip. I believe deeply we're going to hit 8,000 and bounce back up. This is my call right now. Around 8,000 we have a bounce and we start go back to 9,000, maybe 10,000 in this week coming. And remember, every weekend we have a dip. This is normal. Don't freak out. Don't panic sell. If you're someone who's new in crypto, it's all good. Chill out. Let your money just let your money work for you, okay? Don't stress about it going down or up. Wait long term, 6 months, 10 months, 12 months from now, you'll be understanding what I'm talking about, okay? Alvaro, nice to meet not nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. I just had a great chat with you today. What blew your mind, Cassius? The US government owning NEO. No, US investors. The US government doesn't own NEO, but US investors have a huge, apparently it's like a huge chunk of the NEO coins that are in circulation. So they're hodling it, and I guess it's a smart play, because if China actually does legalize cryptocurrencies, guess what happens to NEO? They're going to buy a ton of it, and the people that are holding it are going to be the ones who get the biggest gains. So oh really, Tristan, you use WeChat in China? Interesting. I've been told that WeChat doesn't work. They use WhatsApp. WhatsApp doesn't work in China. I use WeChat for China too. It's what everyone uses. But here's the thing about China that's really cool. They pretty much have digital currencies already, because they have Alipay, and literally even street vendors use it on their phone. So China's actually a lot further advanced than a lot of people realize when it comes to digital currencies, but they just don't accept cryptocurrencies for some reason. So yeah. Now let's get back to news. So what this actually is talking about here is smart contracts are basically now recognized under law. So what that means is, if you and I make a smart contract, whoever is on this call, we make a contract with each other, none of us can break it. I can't break it, you can't break it. If either of us break it, we will basically get sued and we will lose. And smart contracts do things, for example, like if I have a recruiting company and I recruit a person for your company, and then we have a smart contract that if I recruit someone and they make it past 30 days, then I get paid, and it's past 30 days, the smart contract will release it. It's like an escrow. It will release it to my wallet, as long as I've done what I'm supposed to do on my end. So there's never the ability to stiff people. So I'm pretty sure that Tennessee likes this idea. I think all the governments are going to love this idea, and it's going to be great. Okay, so WhatsApp doesn't work, correct, but WeChat as WePay, yeah, WePay, Alipay, etc. So China does have some things set up, but I think even Chinese officials and a lot of people in the government want blockchain, but it's just the status quo of doing it is going to be a problem possibly. Now, do you guys take a second and click the like button if you think that stuff like smart contracts in the government are a good thing for the mass adoption we're looking for, and hit a angry face if you think that smart contracts are kind of stupid for Tennessee or another country to use. Just curious, and what I do is I go back and look at those stats and go, okay, this is what my people think. I'm going to keep a note of that and come back to it. So remember, guys, I'm an actual educator. And the difference between, anyone coming online and an educator is I actually have like a curriculum in my mind of what we're doing here, and I go back. So if you probably have noticed that me do that, and I do that because I want to make sure that whatever I talk about comes back to you and you remember the things that I've told you before, so you don't forget, because there's some things that I tell you that if you forget will actually cost you money if you don't play them right, and I'm going to talk about one of them tonight. Let's move on. Okay, so ethos. If you're in the Crypto Warriors group, you would have seen me post this today from my friend Scott. So my buddy Scott and I we're working together a little bit, and here's the cool thing about what's going on with ethos. Okay, so what is ethos? That's a good question. I've been asked that. So if you go, they're actually coming up with a wallet that's universal, so everything wallet. And basically, if you go on the Ethos website, you can pre-register to go and get that wallet. Now, this is something that's going to make you money, so keep your ears and eyes open. When you sign up to the wallet, they're going to have tokens airdropped for anyone who pre-registered. So literally, it's free money. If you go on the Ethos website right now and you sign up for the universal wallet, you pre-do it right now. It's till the end of the month, I believe. 31st is when they stop doing the pre, and they're going to release the wallet. When they release the wallet, and you're going to get emails now from them saying, hey, we're going to release this token and that token and this token and that token. You're going to get free money. So remember I said at the start of the show that I'm going to be giving you guys advice for getting free money? This is one of them. So sign up for the Ethos Universal Wallet. You'll thank me, just like you thanked me if you did the Ontology newspaper, which made you 1,000 Ontology. And if you've looked on Ontology on CoinMarketCap, I made you $1,300 US for that. So be smart. Listen to these things. Do them right now while you're watching, because you'll forget and you'll be like, damn it. Okay, so keep that in mind. I think this is a really good thing for all of you guys to know, and I don't think anyone's going to be upset about it. Yes. Okay, so before I go into Tron, Adrian said, like Pillar, sort of. Yes, like Pillar. So anything that you guys hear of that's going to give you free money, and you don't really have any risk, you should be doing it. I've been getting free airdrop tokens in my Mew for like weeks, and it's just by signing up to things and following. So I'm going to start whatever I do now, I'm going to tell you guys about, so you do it too and you get free tokens, because I love when all you guys are doing it up. Dang, too bad I'm in the hospital with a laptop. Tristan, you can probably do it from your phone. Just go onto ethos.io and then go to Universal Wallet, and you can just sign up. And if you once you get your Universal Wallet, it should just do like a email, so it should be fine. You should be able to do it. Look what he's doing in Puerto Rico. Yeah, Brock Pierce is huge. And actually, Cassius, I'm going to be talking to you about Brock Pierce in a little bit. So keep that in mind, all right? So, Tron. What's going on with Tron? Why is it here? Well, there's a good reason why it's here. What is actually happening with Tron is pretty sweet. They have some possibly really good news coming out. They have... Where is my note? Oh, see, this is what happens. This is what happens sometimes. So Tron has some releases coming out. Oh yes, I found my note. Sorry. They have their TRX is having a coin burn on the 31st of March. And this has now finally been confirmed. So a lot of people were asking me, like, what is this coin burn going to happen? Like, why has it not happened yet? What the hell is going on? And I was like, I don't know. I thought they were doing this coin burn. So they've actually finally confirmed that it's happening on the 31st. And so what does that mean? It means if you hold TRX, that's a good thing for you. You're going to make more money, so don't get rid of it right away. And also on the 31st for Tron, their first beta version of Exodus will be coming out. And also on the 31st of Tron, this is why I'm telling you all of it, the mainnet of Tron will be launched in advance from July 1st to May 31st. The test net will be delivered on March 31st. Big news. Then on the 1st of April, the next day, Tron's will be listed on LesFX Exchange, a project by Octano, and on the 31st of May, they have their main net launch. So these are huge things coming out for Tron, and that's not even including Crypto Puppies that they've created, which is similar to Crypto Kitties. So there are just so many things going on with that project. If you hold TRX or you think it's a shit coin, it's not. It's just a long-term project. It's a 5-10 year hold. So if you have it for, it's just think about if you had Bitcoin when it came out at 8 cents. Tron is like the Bitcoin, but it's not going to be worth $10,000 probably at any point unless a lot of money goes into it. But the point is, Tron will do really well, and this is why you're starting to see it run up a lot, because all these things are coming out, and it's a great project in my opinion. From my research, I believe long term it's a great project, but it might not be good short term. That's the only thing. Okay, we should have TRX in exchange like Binance for mainnet. Seen any info for Tron? Yeah, maybe. We'll see it as soon as we get there. Will you ever retire on 6.5 Tron? No, you won't retire on 6,500 Tron. You'll definitely be able to go on a vacation on that at some point, but not on 6.5K. But you know, you never know what can happen in crypto. But I do believe that some of these projects that are out here are going to have dying breed. They're going to be dying breeds, and their money, which is millions of dollars, will go into the real coins. So you know, we have 1,568 cryptocurrencies as of right now. I believe that like 1,000 of those at least will die. And if 1,000 of those die, if you go to the bottom 1,000, you take the market cap and you put them into our coins that we actually done research and are good, you can already see where that would lead us to, right? You know what's going to happen there, right? Yeah, you guys know. You're not dummies. All right, so just continuing on to another token, BNB. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen some really awesome stuff from these guys. So Binance, not only are they an awesome exchange, they created their own cryptocurrency, and now they've created their own blockchain. So this is huge. They're going to be getting off of their ERC20 and moving their own blockchain. So this is huge. And why is it huge is a good question. Well, they're also going to be doing something else. Not only has their coin always gone up in value, but here's what they're going to do to make it even worth more. So I at one point bought 300 BNBs, and then I sold some of them, and I realized how stupid that move was, but there's always a chance to stock up again. BNB is the type of token, because everyone's going to use Binance and still want to get those deals, they're going to use Binance coin to do all their trades to get half off. So if you stocked up on Binance coin, as more and more people keep using Binance, what's going to happen to Binance coin? Now let's put in another piece. Every quarter you're going to use 20% of their profits to buy back BNB and destroy them until they buy back 50% of all the BNB, 100 million. Okay? Now, what does that actually mean? Well, that means this. If you bought 10,000 BNB, right? And over time you held them and you didn't sell them, okay? Every single quarter, every 3 months, BNB buys back with 20% of their own profit, all the BNB they can, and burn them. And now they're going to only have 50% of what's left in the end. So what it means is, if you have a lot of BNB, it's probably a good long-term hold. This is not financial advice, just to let you guys know, as I always have to, but this is something that I would definitely be holding on to if I had a lot of it. And I probably will grab some again soon before it hits 20 bucks again, because it's moving up there for sure quickly. Once the market heats up, people are going to be using Binance a lot, and those coins are going to be used a lot to do all those trades. So just keep that in your mind. Really great stuff. All right, so will you be able to buy an iPad with 6,500 in Tron in 2030? Yes, Joey, you'll definitely be able to do that, I believe. If there is an iPad still. It'll probably be some kind of a holographic thing in 2030. Is there any other coin that has a longer project time to get started than TRX? Well, there's a lot of projects that take a long time. ADA still hasn't started yet, but it's a great project. EOS is 1 year long. ICO is finished in June. So that was a year. So yeah, there's projects that are going to take some time, and that's okay. If they're good projects, they should take time to develop properly. But now when you're looking at some things, you definitely have to think, okay, there's some stuff going on. All right, Rhino Krant told me BNB would blow up the other day. He was right. Yeah, you know, he could have been wrong too, but he was right, and that's good. You know, he spends lots of time doing these things, so there's no reason why he shouldn't do that. Cardano. So ADA is one of those projects that once it's finished, the roadmap will be, this year they're supposed to finish a ton of the roadmap and have a working project. When they have that, Holy moly, guys. I'm telling you. That project, I have it as my number one for this year. I believe that will be the biggest gainer percent-wise. I really believe that. Now, that's only from tokens that are out. I believe some ICOs, if they're really, really good, will do better than that even. Because you can buy them for a penny, and if people buy in and they go up to like $15, $20, that's a huge return. So keep that in mind too. This is why ICOs can be really good, especially with bonus tokens, etc. Trading will go to the cheapest trustworthy exchange, death to BNB. That's a really good point, Lee Hitchens, but here's the thing. The exchanges that don't charge any fees, they're going to make you do everything yourself. So if there's a fork, you have to go offline, off chain, and do it yourself. If there's airdrops, you're going to have to do stuff like put your wallet, your coins in a Neo wallet and make sure you get your gas. With BNB, it's awesome, okay, because you don't have to do that, all right? You can just trust Binance, and they're even doing the EOS one. I'm going to talk about that tonight too. I'm stocked up on ADA. Great. Tommy, yeah, man. Where are you living, Tommy? Send me a message. I'm always down to come out and meet people. This is what I love about crypto, the networks that we build, right? The communities that we build. And it's very positive, and I love that. Any news on Z Chain, like ZE Chain? Is that the decentralized exchange chain? I'm not sure about Z Chain. Haven't done research into that one yet. But send me a message, and I'll do some research and get back to you. Is that a Zekumehe? I'm sorry, I'm horrible at saying names, and I'm a teacher. It's really embarrassing the first week of school, but then it gets better. But yeah, Binance is definitely a great exchange. They have a great project. They have their own blockchain they're working on. They have really low fees compared to everywhere else, except for the ones that have no fees. And the ones that have no fees still have, you still have to do some work for yourself. So there's give and take in every relationship, as you know. So will there be a better exchange than Binance? Possibly. But what will Binance do to make themselves compete? They'll probably do a lot of work. Avesta. I have heard of Avesta. I haven't done research into it, though, but that name definitely is something that rings a bell. But is that a crypto? Avesta. This is an ICO. Avesta. There's no crypto on the market of Avesta. I've heard of that name, but maybe it's not that same one. Curious to know. Debitum network. That's another one that research turned out to be like shaky on it a little bit. Debitum. So Avesta is a ICO, correct, Tristan? We're gonna have to do some research into that one. We'll get back to you on that. So, would you go? Okay, here's a good question. I'll check it out. Thanks, Tristan. I'm gonna bookmark that for you and give you some information once I got it. Okay, so just send me a message later on tonight or tomorrow. All right. So would you go for Harbor Wallet or Trust BNB to hold your coin? Oh, guys, never make the mistake my buddy David did or many other people did. Always, and I mean always, put your stuff off exchange. Leave little bits. Like I have like $800 of stuff on Bittrex that it's not a main. It's not like one of the biggest currencies, so they're not easily taken off and put on a Trezor or Nano. But I don't have a lot of those. Anything that you have is pretty sweet. Oh, VeChain. Oh, dude, VeChain is awesome, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, VeChain is going to be one of the biggest projects this year. It's got so much value, and it's doing so many different things, but within one industry, and it can go into other industries because they're very health focused, but they'll do other stuff too. Very, very big stuff coming. Very big stuff. So, yes, VeChain, sweet. Great project. Joel, why do you think when ICOs come out on Binance usually do better than when ICOs come out on their exchange? Well, the reason why Binance actually has so much power, Nick, is because if you go to look at the volume, so you can actually look that up. Just go on Google and write cryptocurrency exchanges volumes, and you can see how much money is actually in those exchanges on an average day. So Binance generally has $2 billion on it at any time, and because it has so much money on it, when people go to buy into a project and there's that much money, when they see something hit the exchange, people already get FOMO because it's like a new coin and it's doing something. And so basically it's not always this way, but if it's got a really good hype it will definitely hit the exchange. People will know that they wanted to buy it, but they couldn't get in the ICO. For example, with Consensus, they couldn't get in the ICO. It's completely sold out, pre-sale. So when people hear it's hitting Binance and they wanted to buy it, the first thing they do generally, especially a pre-sale token, is they try to buy it. And so what ends up happening is, because all those people who missed the ICO want to buy it on the exchange, they go and they do that right away while it's still cheap. And so what ends up happening is the price gets inflated right away because people generally want a good project. And so that's also what we saw with OneChain. It's going to blow up. And so Nucleus Vision, another one, Encash, did the same thing. We saw the same thing with Neo. We've seen the same thing with EOS, but they took a little bit longer. But here's the thing, that when we hit good exchanges with high volume, many people already have accounts on those exchanges and will buy on those exchanges. So that's pretty much why Binance kills it. And Bittrex does it too. They have a very high amount of volume as well. How's it going, Marco from Germany? I love the fact that like pretty much the whole world watches these things. I actually can look on after sometimes and see where everyone's watching it from. It's pretty much like every continent except for Antarctica, which is so sweet. And thank you all for watching, guys, and sharing the video and liking the video and all that stuff. What I've actually noticed, and this is not me putting a tin hat on or anything, I've noticed that I've been getting barred, guys, every single time I share a video, even in my own groups. I shared this video my last time that I was on here. I shared it in my own groups and I got blocked on Facebook for spamming. It was my own groups. I'm the one who I'm moderating them. So that was really odd. So yeah, Tristan, good question about Electroneum. Electroneum it has to be one of the dumbest development teams in the industry. They don't have anyone with a lot of very strong skills in developing, and the problem with Electroneum is they started on block 0, so people were making like 3,000, 5,000 coins a day because it was ridiculously easy when they first had the difficulty come out. So that Electroneum, I think it's an okay project, but I think that their team is kind of stupid, and I don't really like it because of that. Yeah, Nick, with ICX, that exploded. So you got it right on the bunny right there. Yes. So Scott, he runs what the is cryptocurrency webpage on Facebook. He's coming to visit me. We're going to be doing some stuff together as well. So if you guys are in Bangkok or around, or you come to Bangkok, just hit me up, man. I'd love to meet any of you guys. We're building a community and we all can help each other out. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Alvaro is right. They have a great marketing team, but they're not really a good project. What about Zilqua? Zilqua's a sick project. I wish I had got into the ICO for Zilqua as well. Lisk is down right now, but that's going to be huge, and so is EOS, guys. I would say that if you're in projects that you've done good research on and they're in the top 200, you're probably going to be fine, unless it's some scammy shit. And there's one, Veritaseum. It's very similar setup to BitConnect, so be very cautious of that one. It could be a great project, but it has some setups similar, not all, but some setups that could look similar to BitConnect. I just kind of worry about that, and so I just kind of stay away. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, so hard forks. This is something I have been burned on when I first was a noob in crypto. And this is something that I never want anyone else to be burned on because I learned how to play them from a whale. So one of my buddies, he started out cryptocurrency long ago and he has like 50 or 60 Bitcoin. And he held on them forever. And what I ended up asking him when I was talking to him is I said, like, you know, how do you play a hard fork? Because like people buy them and they go up and it's great, and then they sell them off right after, right? So here's the thing. Monero. Monero is a privacy coin. It's one of the most known. Obviously, it's known for like North Korea hacking and all this other stuff with behind the scenes hacking of your computer to use Monero to mine it, etc. Right? But that's not why Monero is not. It's not a bad project. It might die if the governments make privacy coins really illegal. That could be a problem with it. I could see that in the future happening, because even MasterCard said they'll take cryptos, but they're not down for privacy coins. So Bytecoin, Monero, these things might have a harder long-term road, for example. But I'm going to talk about the hard fork. So last month there was supposed to be a hard fork actually that never actually happened. So that kind of was annoying, but it happened. That happened. So here's the thing. Monero is creating a hard fork called Monero V. Now Monero V is basically Monero with a few small changes. you know, some speed and scalability things, but pretty much similar, okay? And I want to tell you, this hard fork is going to be in April, at the end of next month. Here's what I want to tell you about a hard fork. If you've never heard me talk about them before, very, very carefully listen so that you can play it the right way and earn a shitload of money, okay? This is what whales do, and this is what newbies do, or regular people that don't get it do, okay? And most people are, and the regular people don't get it, okay? So let me explain to you how to play a hard fork. So hard fork is this is what you do. Number one, you buy it now, a month before. So if you want Monero and you want to play this hard fork, you buy Monero now. So let's say I have 20 grand. I put $20,000 towards Monero right now. Now Monero right now, let's just go have a quick look at what is Monero right now, okay? And then I'll tell you how you're going to play it, and this is exactly what's probably going to happen unless people have been smarter. Today, right this second, Monero is $2.06. That's it, 206, okay? Now, I'm telling you right now, it will be close to $350 to $400 right before that fork on April 31st. Here's how you play it. You take your 20 grand and you buy 100 Monero right now. Okay? This is what I would do. This is not what you do. This is not advice specifically. This is what you do if you want to play like the whale. Okay? So don't take this as financial advice. So you take 20 grand, you buy 100 Monero today. Now, Monero is slowly going to go up closer to the fork because newbies, the way they play it is like, oh, free coins, wicked, awesome. I'm going to like get a bunch of Monero right before the fork and get free coins. This is awesome. But is it? Because what happens is this. Me being the whale, and I'm not a whale, but I would play like one because that's the smartest way to go. You can't beat him, join him, right? Am I right? So, me being smart and using my knowledge from learning from other people, I will play it like this. Monero will go up to $250. I'll sell 30%. 30 of my coins will be gone. I'll have 70 left. Monero will go up to $300. I'll sell another 30%. I've already pretty much made my money back. All the rest is profit. So I have 40% in pure profit. Check this out. Then right before the fork, probably like 3, 4, 5 days before, Monero will get close to $400. Then I'm going to sell another 30%. And so at the end, I've made a shite load of money because I've been scaffolding or scaling my my cells, okay, or scraping, another word that I call it, and I scrape, and I have 10% left. Now that 10% is pure profit, and not only that, I've already made a ton of profit. So what I do right before, like an hour before the snapshot, I'll set a stop loss at like, I don't know, 250, so I still have more money. Even if it goes down, no problem. I'll set it just above where I bought it. I'll get free tokens, and I won't lose any money. Because right after the snapshot, what happens generally is this. They do the snapshot, and then 10 seconds after, once they turn the market back on, all the bots sell every single freaking piece of Monero they possibly can. And if you've seen ZCL went down to $14 from $116 or $117 a few days before. So that is what happens with hard fork. So if you're going to play the Monero hard fork, play it the way I just explained it, and you're going to do awesome. And that's all hard forks. It doesn't matter if Monero, it doesn't matter if it's Litecoin or Bitcoin or anything. Well, with Bitcoin, you can also just hold Bitcoin because that's fine, but it's king. But everything else, that's how you're going to play it. And if you play it like that, I'm telling you, you'll kill it. You'll do so well. With the IGNIS NXT one, you could have demolished it. You bought Next a month before, was 50 cents. It was at $2 at its top. I know people that were demolishing the market from that. And so I want you guys to be able to do the same thing so that we can be like the whales, so that we can do really well. And this is why I do it for you guys. I'm not telling you this for me. If I told it for me, I'd just do it. So this is to help you. All right. Recently, they used the weather app for mining. Yeah, they did. They used the weather app Alvaro to mine it. And so, guys, take this advice and use it, and you're going to thank me later, okay? You're definitely going to thank me later because you're going to put in, like, even if it's 5 grand into Monero, and you're going to leave with 10 to 15 grand. And you won't have really done anything. It's just listen to some small pieces of advice. So that's what I want you guys to do. And it's so much better than getting screwed. And most people in our groups in crypto have no idea how to play a hard fork. And generally, people get excited. Free coins, awesome. It's like an airdrop. You get excited, right? But airdrops, they just give it to you. You don't have to do anything except for sign up for your newsletter or put in your ETH address or whatever. That's easy. But with a hard fork, you got to play it smart. And if you do, I guarantee you guys, you're going to be teaching your friends about this, because they're going to be telling you, buy that coin because it's about to have a fork and you're going to get free coins. And then you're going to say, whoa, hold up. This is how you do it. Okay, Daniel, I'll say it all over again, just real quick. Layman's terms, all right? Hard fork comes up. 1 month before, you look on CoinMarketCal or something else, and you see what's coming up. The month before, or even a month and a half before, you buy and stock up on the token that's having a hard fork. Then you wait, okay? Then you be patient. And you watch as people get closer to the hard fork. These newbies will get excited that they're getting free coins. And because they think they're getting free coins, they end up buying it right near the end, or right 2 weeks later, or a week after that, right? Please explain the move. Yeah, I'm explaining it right now, Daniel. And so how it works is this. So you bought a bunch of tokens, say 100 tokens of Monero, and as everyone buys it too and it keeps going up in value because it's getting closer to the hard fork, you sell most of the coins. So you sell 30% the first time it goes up $50, for example. You sell another 30% when it goes up another $50. You sell another 30% when it goes up the last $50, and you keep the 10% that you have as pure profit at that point for the fork. You get free coins, and then you set a stop loss. So when right after, literally within 30 seconds of that market being reopened after the snapshot, everything gets dumped on the market. Everything. People dump the whole thing because they don't need it. They wanted the hard fork free coins, right? So if you don't set a stop loss, you get ruined for that. And I don't want you guys to get ruined, because the average person that gets ruined is a guy who really needs the money, or someone who doesn't really have a lot of money to lose. I don't want you guys losing your money. And even if you do have a lot of money, I still don't want you losing your money, guys. So that's the key point here. All right. So EOS, this is a big one. A lot of people have been asking me, like, how are you going to play this, etc. And I've told people that there are various ways to play the EOS, what they're having come up, okay? And it's really not that hard to play it. Easiest play of your life, okay? Why is it the easiest play of your life? Because Binance. Why do I like Binance? Well, here's what Binance, instead of, like, a lot of people are asking me, because I've told some friends of mine, like, EOS, and they bought it. And then like, oh, but I heard this block one thing, and they're getting off ERC20. I don't know what it's going to happen. And I was like, all right. So what's going to happen is you're going to leave your coins in Binance, and Binance is going to do it all for you. Or you can take it off, put it in the EOS wallet, and then wait for it to do it as well. But why would you? Just leave your coins on Binance, and you're good to go. That's it. Leave your coins on Binance, and in June, when they change it over, Binance will do it for you, and they won't even charge you anything. So when I was saying Binance is awesome, this is another example of why they're awesome. They do hard forks, almost every one of them, and they give you the coins, whereas a lot of the other exchanges, they'll just keep the coins for themselves because they have the private keys. Remember that. When you leave your stuff on exchange, they can get and claim anything. If you leave your coins on Bittrex and they do a hard fork and they have something like Bitcoin Cash come out, if they don't support it, guys, guess who gets your Bitcoin Cash? The exchanges. This is why we like decentralized exchanges, okay? And this is one of the reasons why I like it. So another thing about EOS, another way to make money. Who likes free money here? I'm curious. If you like free money, give me a smiley face or thumbs up, because that's awesome. Joel, was John Oliver right about EOS being a scam? He's an idiot who knows nothing. It was like listening to what's-his-face, Jordan Belfort, talk about Bitcoin. They don't know shit. These guys are idiots. They're probably getting paid by someone who doesn't like cryptocurrencies or feels threatened. More than likely banks. You bought on Binance, but EOS is, yeah, EOS actually, Exodus Wallet is also trying to work on right now. I read this. The Exodus will also be supporting the EOS changeover. So that's another one. Okay. Moving on. So one more thing before I go tonight. That I think is really good for you guys to know. If you hold at least 100 EOS tokens on April 15th at 1 o'clock UTC time, you're going to receive one EOS DAC token for each EOS token. So if you have 100 EOS right now, or you don't and you want to have 100, or you have 1,000, doesn't matter, anything over 100, you'll get free tokens. You're going to receive one. It's called EOS DAC. and you're gonna get 1 for 1. It's pretty big stuff. That's gonna happen on April 15th. So make sure that if you don't have 100 or you have 50, whatever it is, you have 100 by that date, so you get some free tokens. Airdrops are awesome, and you know, free money is always good, guys. So that's what I would have to say. Okay, so that's pretty much all the information I have to share for tonight. Go back to Kick, and I'm gonna kick out right now. Boom. See you later, Kick. So any questions before I go? I got about like 5 minutes left, and I'm gonna head out because it's been a really long week. What's going to happen to Exodus if they stop using ERC20? You heard that wrong, Philip. So they're not going to stop using ERC20. What they are going to do on Exodus is make the new EOS wallet so that it supports EOS tokens, and they're going to transfer yours over. I'm going to get more information on that so that you guys can understand what I mean by it, Philip. But I'll explain it in more detail. But they're not getting rid of ERC20. They're just changing from ERC20 to the EOS platform, Block 1 platform. Mile, you're actually 100% wrong. Leaving EOS on Binance, which has already come out with information about the fact that EOS will be supporting. They said they will be supporting the EOS changeover. So sure, if you think it's terrible advice, you know, do it yourself. On the with the EOS, you can do it yourself. I've also posted that as well in the group, I believe. So you can do it your own. But if you're someone who doesn't really know, then, you know, that's okay too. Lee, thanks a lot, brother. I enjoy all you guys here. Alan says sing. All right, I'm going to sing, and hopefully this Bitcoin price will start to come up again. All right, so what should I sing? Some Louis Armstrong? Okay, if I sing, I want you guys to share this video, and I want you to give me some likes because it's been a long day. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I want to get it out. All right, so you know, am I not wrong? There are more than one chain being launched. Yeah, Mile, I'm telling you right now, I've done very extensive research into this because I'm a very big holder of EOS, and you don't have to leave it on the exchange. Like, I don't leave all mine on the exchange now, but I will for the Binance, for that Binance airdrop. Now, if you want to take it off, it's easy enough as taking it off. Up to you guys, but that's what they're going to do, and they're going to support it. So that's how you find out. Go to the actual thing. So EOS again. Just go watch them back because I'm just trying to finish up Ezekumi. So basically, EOS. I'll explain it from the start again. So yes, you're leaving your money out there. Yes, you are, Mile. But the thing is, Binance has proven time and time again that if they get hacked, they're not going to get their stuff stolen. So I wouldn't even worry about it. Okay. Now, I don't hold my stuff on exchanges, and I've told you guys multiple times, put your stuff on Exodus or Jack's Wallet, or put it on a Nano, or put it on a Trezor, but don't leave it on the exchange. But I leave a little bit on the exchange. Now, right before, to make my life easier, I may put them on Binance, but I'm also tech savvy enough that I could do it myself. But most people in crypto don't really know how to do this kind of stuff, so I'd much rather you guys do it the easier way and not worry about it. And if you are worried about it, ask me. I'll tell you how to protect yourself, and I'll show you how to do it in a YouTube video, how to actually do the EOS thing on your own. So it just depends. A lot of people are scared. Anyways, Patrick, see you later. Daniel, thanks for coming. Alan, thanks for coming. Patrick, everyone, thank you all. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night again, all the way through the week till Friday. And if you have any questions, you know, you can hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm always around. I'm not hard to find. So I'll see you guys later. Everyone have a great weekend. Whatever time you still have left in your weekend, I want you guys to enjoy it and spend some time with your family. Do some stuff that's pretty awesome, and you guys just keep kicking butt and taking names. Mr. Joel, your cryptocurrency educator for the night, taking off. Bye-bye, everyone.
Doesn't make me weaker. Don't need to make a show. Not when you know. Let's go, la la la. Shake it, wake it, make it.